Our thanks to Fred Pleitgen for that reporting from inside Iran. Let's now discuss with Admiral James Stavridis, the former Supreme Allied Commander of NATO. Sir, really appreciate your time. Just to start with the capability of both sides in this moment. I think we're on day 7 now. Obviously, this is a time window for potential diplomatic outcomes. Your understanding of kind of the force posture from both sides right now, how sustainable is this tempo in the days ahead as they wait for diplomacy to break out?
Oh, I think this could go for certainly days and probably weeks. Israel has a huge bank of targets they can go after. Because, Phil, they're not after just the nuclear program at this point. They really want to destroy the ballistic missile production. That's what's hurting them right now. They also want to take away command and control. They'll probably start going after maritime assets. They may go after energy grids. So there's plenty of targets. The Israelis have plenty of bombs. They have a very capable Air Force. Over on the Iranian side, it's not a very good picture. They are running out of what remaining air defense capability they have. I'd say 80% has been degraded. So they are the ones, in my view, under pressure here. I think they're going to have to, if they want a diplomatic solution, simply go to the United States and say, yep, let's start talks, even if this tit for tat between Israel and Iran goes on.
What's your sense of if the dynamics or the leverage positions have changed from years of these types of talks that often end up leaving, as officials from both parties have told me over the last couple of days, very frustrated with Iran's ability to kind of draw things out and make things complicated. The idea of no uranium enrichment at all, which has always been a red line for the Iranians, is that a plausible outcome here, given the pressure they're under?
I think it is, although the chances of getting to that diplomatically are going down. If you wanted me to put a percentage on it, I think there's probably a 70% chance ultimately the U.S. conducts these strikes and takes out the enrichment facilities at Fordow. I think there's still a 30% chance, Phil, of getting to it diplomatically, but it's pretty clear President Trump is not going to come off the demand that Iran not control an actual enrichment facility, no enrichment of its own. If they need enriched uranium to run peaceful nuclear power plants, that can be provided to them under supervision. But I think we're probably headed toward either a military strike to take away that capability, led by the United States in that case, or the Iranians come to the table and give it up.
If the outcome is the former, how much certainty can you have about the kind of, okay, then what question that I think everyone naturally asks at this point in time? Is it just a one-night strike? How are people thinking through this if you're in the Situation Room right now?
Yeah, if you're in the Situation Room or you're in the Pentagon and you've got 40,000 U.S. troops on ships, aircraft, soldiers all around the Gulf region, you're very concerned about the day after even a successful strike that takes out Fordow. I think the presumption that the Iranians will at that point curl up into a fetal ball and say, oh, you were right all along, we can't enrich uranium. I don't think that's how they're going to respond. They still will have cards to play. They'll still have close to 1,000 ballistic missiles. Hezbollah has thousands of ballistic missiles and surface-to-surface missiles. The Iranians have pretty well-groomed terror cells. They could go after American citizens living all around the Gulf. They could try and close the Strait of Hormuz with mines or by sinking merchant ships in it. They would still have a whole series of cards to play. And I think if the United States launched that series of attacks, we would see them come back at us. That would put further pressure on that vertical ladder of escalation. And then you really are trending toward a regional war involving the United States. I think that ultimately is what President Trump wants to avoid.
Yeah, there's no question about that. Real quick before I let you go, the idea, Prime Minister Netanyahu said eliminate the nuclear program and eliminate their ballistic missile capabilities and stock. On the latter, Is that possible? I mean, the scale of that effort would seem to be pretty dramatic to me. It was kind of a new addition to red line necessities. How long would that take?
It's a good observation on your part. It would take, if the Iranians were cooperating, it would still take months to take care of that capability. If it's going to be done kinetically by the Israelis alone, it would take several months, trending towards 6 months, to really grind away the ability to reproduce those ballistic missiles. So that's a big task that's kind of been added to the menu in recent days.
Always grateful for your perspective. Retired Admiral James Stavridis, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Phil.
Well, we are standing by for the release of Columbia graduate student Mahmoud Khalil, who has been